No, Shogo
and Harumi's
Podcast
Podcast
Chat
Chat
Live.
Live.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, too, guys. We are getting really good at
Really
this.
good at
We're
this.
now professionals. Absolutely.
Can
Say
you what?
your first greetings.
Can you see
Yeah, I
the
can see.
comment
Yeah,
here?
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
you want to move a little bit over here so you can see the
I will
comments?
see the
Yeah, you can
comment
see it on
here.
your own smartphone there.
Mm.
Hello, Penguin. You're already here. Congratulations for taking your first Japanese lesson. I'm certain that it won't take long until you can speak language like native. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pretty
Thank
sure I'll
you.
be able to really be good at Japanese soon.
Mm.
I hope I can speak like a native soon very much. I'm very excited about that. No, but seriously, I posted this live. I scheduled this live yesterday night, but actually, I just literally finished taking the first class right now.
Yeah,
Like
just
15 minutes ago.
15 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
exactly. It's always on Wednesday night
Mm.
and on Saturdays too, exactly. So it's all online lessons. I'm at home. That's really good part, yeah. But it was 3 hours. So from around 6 o'clock to 9. Yeah.
It was long.
It was really long. Yeah, exactly. At least I get to stay at home though. It was really hard though, watching how to be having to take care of all the kids and letting them take a shower and everything while I do just inside the house do anything. I'm really afraid I'm able to do everything properly once you give birth to Zen and your mother comes over. She'll have to do everything on her own. So. Yeah, so literally, we really have to have her practice everything because I have to go to class. I can't skip it. Otherwise, I have to, extend my period of studying for another half a year or something. We have to pay extra money for that, obviously.
Don't want to do
yeah,
that.
we really don't want to do that. So. But thankfully, though, Zen is supposed to be born around the end of the year, so there aren't lessons, of course, at that timing. So it fits perfectly. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Harumi will only be gone for about a week, so even once you come back, you won't be able to help out that much for a while. But at least you'll be here to give instructions to your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure she won't be even today. So I had a computer. I was taking the lessons over Zoom and such, guys, today. And even today, Hinata and Nagi were like coming into the screen and everything. And my teacher, which I met for the first time today, was like, "Oh, hello." What's that? That was my daughter, kind of thing. Yeah.
And they can see them.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're literally the camera. But I mean, if it doesn't stop the class, I won't be kicked out or anything. So it's fine. But you, of course, because you're the mother of them, you can just say, "Come over here, don't bother daddy," kind of thing. But I'm not too sure if, your mom, if she comes and helps us, I have a school day. I don't know if she'll be able to do that properly, but we'll see how that goes.
She can.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And Stefan's saying hi. And Tiffany
Hi.
too. Hi.
Hi, Stefan.
So today's lessons, I'm going to be taking lessons for about a whole year. So today's lesson was 3 hours at evening night class. And every time there's some homework too, actually. Yeah, exactly. So I am going to be very, very busy.
Very.
I am, very, very busy. I'm a little bit scared of what's going to be happening to my schedule soon. Yeah, very, very happy. We are very, very happy to make it very clear. But we actually have started to get a lot of reservations for the samurai experience too.
Yay!
Thank you so much, guys, for always supporting us. There's actually a lot of people already living in Japan or also traveling to Kyoto right now at the moment, just by coincidence. And there's actually a lot of people starting to reserve already. So I actually will have the interpretation job tomorrow and also the day after tomorrow. So yeah, I won't be able to tell you which time for privacy reasons, but yeah, exactly. So I'm really, really excited about it. There's no picture. Yeah, this is the podcast live stream. There is no picture. We hide it on purpose. Yeah, there were some people telling me that it's better if we have some kind of screen, but I just want to pursue this style. Want to make it different from the main channel. If it gets similar, I don't know. I just want to make it different. Yeah, exactly. And global unity is laughing towards Penguin's comment. Yeah. So as you guys already know, it's a lesson to become a Japanese language instructor. So
yeah.
Today I actually learned about the variety of languages within a single language. So like variety. For example, so we studied about how one word can be expressed in many ways.
Oh.
Yeah, like we were saying, mom could be mommy or mother. You know, in English, for example. In Japanese, there's a lot of other ways of saying it. Like to die, you could be like to pass away, pass away, pass away. Yeah. No, there's a lot of ways of saying dying, right? Yeah. He's gone. You could say he went to heaven, or there's a lot of ways of saying it. Also, there's differences between where you are in Japan, so dialects basically, and what differences between your age, new languages, abbreviations, and Shogo, you sound far away, but Harumi is clear. Oh, okay, sorry, because Harumi is. It's okay. I'll just move a little bit forward. Harumi's voice is just always so small, and my voice is really big.
Yeah.
So I just wanted the microphone closer to Harumi today, but I guess it was too far away then. But if you can hear us, I think that's fine though. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, we were just talking about that, and I thought it's for us Japanese people, of course, even if you're a native speaker of any language, you use those different words, on the right occasions naturally, right? Yeah, like more polite or more casual. But if you're going to be learning language, you need to understand when to use them properly. Like for me, when I was learning Chinese, I would have to understand how to use the written language and the speaking language. The Chinese, I think, for learning words, more trying to learn vocabulary, I think that's the most difficult part for Chinese.
Yeah.
There are certain words that you only use when you use for writing, and there are words that you only use when you speak. Yeah, if you do it the other way around, it's just very weird. Yeah. But in Japanese, I don't think it's that strict. A lot of words you say that if you write it, it's like, I think it's like half and half. There are some words that's weird if you say it, yeah, but it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You understand what it means. But in Chinese, the weirdness is really, really strong, I think. So that was the difficult part. But anyways, this 3-hour lesson was basically about that. So I was saying at the end of the class, when my teacher asked how was my first class, I answered him that, yeah, it's something that we take for, it's just common sense for us as native speakers, but it's something that's going to be a really big challenge for people who are going to be studying it. So as a teacher, I absolutely have to be able to explain these differences and how they're different. It's different by age, it's different by region, different by gender, all these kind of things. It's different by situation, human relationships, all that kind of stuff. And of course, languages continue to evolve and change. So we need to understand how they're evolving, how they're changing, what kind of similarities these changes tend to have, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was really, really interesting. Very, very fun. There's only 2 other students.
Oh, so 3 of you?
Yeah, 3 of us, and it was 2 other women. One lady was younger than me. She was 2 years younger than me. There was another lady who was probably in her early 30s, maybe. Yeah. Tiffany, thank you. Sounds interesting. It really was fun. Yeah. I don't know. People who study languages tend to be more women than men, I personally feel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for example, when I went to international course,
oh, that's right.
take lessons in English, there was 35 girls in my class and there was only 6 boys, and one of them was Kazu, right? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's the same in the language school year too.
How about in your university? It was a language.
Chinese language, right? It's about 1/4 of the students were male.
Oh.
And 3/4 were actually female students.
So
tend to be. By the way, I wanted to know: is it a general thing that women tend to be more interested in languages, or the fields of studying languages, or not? Is it the same where you are? In Japan, at least, it's that way, I feel. I don't know.
But in my father was learning Japanese language in his university,
in
right?
China,
in
right?
China.
Mm-hmm.
And once I went to the a class meeting of my father's class, and there was a 1/4.
You went to it?
Yeah, because it's just for fun. My father took me to the class meeting to show that this is my daughter. She's born in Japan. Or something. Yeah. And I have that occasion, and I think 1/4 was male. 1/4
it's
was
the
male.
same for my
Yeah,
university.
same for you.
Okay. So it's mostly girls, right?
Yeah, in China too, I think.
Okay. Interesting. Tiffany, I'm not really sure if it's the same here in the US or not. Okay. Stefan, there are certain things that you only get to understand after studying multiple languages for a long time that you know the things that are important points. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. That is true. And when you study and start to understand those differences and important points, you really start to try to understand other people more in the first place. Because using the languages that you speak basically, builds up who you are. Exactly. You start to try to at least imagine what the other person is trying to say, even if their actions might seem different. I think that's a really good thing about learning languages. It gives you another personality.
Yeah.
And it gives you more chances to just try to know more, understand more, because you find another you inside of you.
Yeah. That's the point.
You I think you become a more flexible, understanding, softer person. I think. Yeah. Of course, it's not always the case, of course, but you tend to be. I think. It's at least better than only speaking one language, I think. Yeah. Michan, are women smarter, hardworking than men? That is a very general question. I do not know. I wouldn't just label people that easily, but
at least I think Shogo is smarter than me.
No, I'm not. We both have our pros and cons as a human being, but yeah. So the lesson was really, really fun. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Saturday as well. We'll just keep on doing it, and of course, this is going to be my future job. Becoming a Japanese language instructor. So it's not like the school that I used to go to when I was in high school and everything, which was something we were basically forced to do. Yeah, I'm studying because I want to do it, and it's a really new, what should I say, experience for me to go to school to do something that I really want to do. Yeah, it felt really funny. Yeah, because school is something that you would usually hate, right? Studying at school and such.
Yeah.
So it was a nice vacation experience, I think.
So who was your teacher?
Oh, yeah, my teacher was actually a male teacher. Yeah.
Like he have a how long experience as a teacher?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
I have no clue. Yeah, but of course, in order to become a instructor of people who want to become Japanese language instructors, would need certain license. Of course.
Yeah. I just wanted to know that.
Of course. Yeah. You need to be able to. It's just like becoming a regular teacher at school. Of compulsory education. Yeah, you would need to go through exams and teaching experiences and such, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, it was really, really cool. Awesome. Exactly. And Harumi finally today went to her last lessons. Yesterday was tea ceremony, and today was Japanese traditional dancing.
Yes.
Koto, we couldn't actually go to the last one because you were feeling too sick. And it's probably going to be the next, half a year or maybe even more until you can go back to your training again. Yeah. How was tea ceremony and Japanese traditional dancing for you? It's going to be next, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully, if early, might be May. If not, it'd be June or July around there once you start training again. How was it for you?
For both of them are really fun as usual. And tea ceremony, I did like a really long tea serving for the first time. It was called Tsuzuki-usu.
Yeah.
So it's you first do the thick matcha tea serving, and then smoothly connect it to thin tea serving. So it's really long and really complicated, and there are so many things to do, and I was in mess, but it was still fun.
It was your first time doing it, so.
First time, but my sensei is always really kind to me when we're just two of us.
Oh yeah,
and
she is to me too.
Yeah, and she taught me a lot of what she experienced in tea ceremony.
In her life.
Yeah,
she's been doing it her whole life, basically. Yeah,
and also the nearest and the latest tea ceremony she had, like what she felt.
Oh yeah.
That story was really interesting.
Yeah, a little bit of anger, a little bit of irritation.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of
and touching
experiences too. It was a super important tea ceremony.
Yeah.
That only very chosen people can take part in. Yeah, with a lot of experience.
Yeah. So really fun to listen to that story.
Absolutely. And just in case for those of you who don't understand what a thick tea and thin tea is, I explained before in one of my YouTube shorts recently that a full tea ceremony takes 4 hours. And in the 4-hour tea ceremony, you actually drink 2 types of matcha. And it's actually a thick tea called koicha and also a thin tea called usucha. And a thick tea, the koicha, is actually the main part of the tea ceremony. And the thin tea, the usucha, which you would usually imagine of what matcha is. I think most Japanese people imagine the thinner matcha when they think of matcha. But that is actually just the casual part of the tea ceremony before it ends. So in our training, we usually just practice the thick tea procedures, and then on a different day, we practice the thin tea procedures, and we usually don't connect them together.
Yeah.
But in a real tea ceremony, though, the thick tea and thin tea procedures should be connected because it happens in a row. So, of course, combining all those together eventually becomes the full tea ceremony. So the more you combine all those procedures in one lesson, it means you're stepping up to the next stage in your training. Exactly. It's almost like, you're practicing baseball and you do swinging practice, you do running practice, you do sliding, catching, and you combine all those together and you play a game kind of thing. Yeah. Exactly. It gets more and more difficult, Yeah. And Stefan, what is the actual expected date for Zen? It's December 29th. Yes, but we're expecting. I don't know. It's just our feelings as parents. There's no actual clue to this, but we feel that he's trying to be born a little bit earlier than planned, and it's something that typically happens for third babies, third or more babies. They tend to be born a little bit earlier, which is a good thing. If he's slightly smaller, it'd be easier for you to give birth to him. I guess. Yeah. To be really honest, yeah. Exactly. So. And how was the Japanese traditional dancing for you?
It was fun.
The members going to be able to get to see a really funny video.
Yeah.
The members of our main channel, it's going to be a short video, right? Like a minute long? It's going to be a minute long or something, but you guys are going to be able to see a really funny video after this. Yeah, we'll probably remember to upload it, I think. Yeah, but anyways, sorry.
Anyways. I started a new dance from the last class.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
Oh yeah. It's about Kyoto's. I don't know if Kyoto. It's Japan. It's Japan's autumn. It's about Japan's autumn.
It's a dance about Japan's autumn. It's Japan's fall. Okay.
Yeah. It's a dance about Japan's autumn and the scenery. Mainly the maple leaf and the beautiful mountains and how to say it, shimo.
Yeah. I forgot the word too. It's the shimo would be like in the morning when it's cold in the morning, like leaves would have some
frost.
Frost, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're frost and are getting colder. Yeah, that's so kind of story.
You express that with your body, right?
Yeah. And it's a kind of really traditional type of Nihonbuyo. So the movement is really typical Nihonbuyo.
Okay. Which means?
Which is my feeling.
Okay.
It's really similar to like what I've learned like from my first lesson.
Okay.
It's really like a basic movement.
Understand.
So my teacher said this might be really easy to you, but considered my body. Considering my body like situation. My teacher recommended this dance, but this is the basics, so it's really important.
Oh, of course, yes.
But I found that I really love those basics. Movement. And there's many really interesting movements. Like I did the rings. Oh yeah. Ringing dance. Rings
Ringing dance. Yeah.
Dance with rings.
Okay, rings.
Rings, not rings.
Bells?
Bells.
Yeah. The bells are ringing, right?
The bells are ringing.
You dance with the bells. You hold on to a bell as you dance, right?
Yeah, that was fun
Something that
too.
rings,
Like some
dancing when you hold on to rings. This is someone's ring. I took it away from someone's finger.
What kind of dance?
Yeah, you're talking about the sound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bells ringing. Yeah. That dance has like some jumping, interesting movements.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretending to be old man inside. Old man inside the dance movements.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, but I think I like more of the basic, really Japanese traditional dancing style movements.
Okay.
I found that today.
Interesting. So you mean like the kata and the dance are really traditional, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Awesome. But you only took 2 lessons for that traditional dance, though,
yeah,
right?
I will forget all of them.
I bet you'll forget everything. Actually.
Everything.
Not just that dance. But, yeah. It's amazing how, your sensei has memorized everything. She memorizes everything, right?
She has a memo.
Yeah, she has a memo too, of course. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but she will do it, how to say? Fukushu?
Yeah, so just study about it again, or take a look at her memos, or
take a look at the memo before the class. So inside the class, like during the class, she will remember all of them.
Okay. She just needs to take a look at a small note, and she'll be able to remember everything, right? Remember everything again. Oh man, that's amazing. Like for my sensei, my no theater sensei too. It's impossible. There's like more than 300 different pieces in Kongoryu in my Ryuha no theater, and it's impossible to memorize all 300, dances. Because each piece is about an hour long, right?
Yeah, but
shorter ones can be like 30 minutes, but longer ones can be like 3 hours. So it's impossible to memorize everything. Yeah.
But is that memo of the no theater is like same? It's a utaibon, right?
No, it's a different one.
Oh, different one.
Yeah,
okay.
there's a specific book for the dancing parts. Yeah.
Is it a official book or something?
Yeah, it is official. It's published by the Ryuha. Yeah.
Shizuki Sensei's memo is just a
her
piece
memo,
of paper.
Right? Yeah, her notebook or something, right?
And there's a small human doing like this.
She has pictures in it.
Pictures, yeah. She wrote that she draw.
You're like doing. There's a small person doing like this, and everyone can't understand what this is if you don't explain it with words. True. We're saying this is a podcast. We just explained it, and no one can see anything. You can't be moving your bodies and trying to have everyone try to understand what's going on. So there's this stick person, right?
Stick person.
Yeah, there's a stick man, in the pictures, and that person is moving to express.
That memo was really cute.
Yeah. Okay. So you took a look at that memo before then. That's interesting. Okay. So in about a half a year, you'll be able to go back. It's not just about the recovery of Harumi's body, of course, after giving birth to Zen, but also we've only been doing breastfeeding after we gave birth to our babies, both Hinata and Naki. We've never given them artificial milk before. Have we?
No.
Once? Never? Maybe
never.
I think maybe never. I've never done like the warming the bottles or cleaning them every time. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
Only breastfeeding ever. So.
We just didn't need that.
Yeah. It's the refrigerator, by the way. The refrigerator is making squeaking sounds. Yeah.
I was like, earthquake.
No, it's an old thing. It's an old refrigerator.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that we don't like the artificial milk or something, but we just didn't need that. Yeah,
and we personally believe, I guess, we're on the side of believing that it's better that we breastfeed our kids.
Yeah, but how to say?
What?
If you need the artificial milk, I think you can,
of course
use that. But I mean, it's just my conditional milk.
Yeah, of course.
Good,
that's the same thing as if you can cook your food every day, that'd be better. But you don't have time, so you have to eat fast food, kind of thing. It's better to cook yourself, but you can't do that every day, of course. So it's the same thing, I think. So anyways, now That's the reason why. Zen needs to grow up big enough for him to be able to bear his mother not being by his side to feed him every few hours or something. If you start going to class again, you're going to be gone for like 2 or 3 hours, and Zen needs to be big enough to not starve during that time. When babies are born and when they're still really, really small, they're on basically all of their organs are small too, and their stomach is very small as well, so they can't eat, well, basically drink that much at once. So you need to feed them constantly, like every first of all a few hours, eventually like a few hours, and it grows like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it gradually starts to grow, and then finally Harumi will be able to go back to training.
Yeah, but before 6 months, I think my waist can't bear those
the
movements, of course, the dancing, and also the seiza, like the sitting
sitting with your legs folded.
Sitting
with your legs
folded.
Yeah,
I think tea ceremony and koto too. I think I can't
you have to sit down with your legs folded for a long time. I'm pretty sure your senseis will prepare a chair for you or something. I mean, if you would ask them, but still, it's better that you don't force yourself until you fully recover. But anyways, Stefan, thank you so much for your question. Are thick and thin tea actually separate kinds of powder, or is it just a change of the amount of powder versus water? No, it's a different type of powder. It's grinded differently. Sometimes it uses different type. The host can use different brands of matcha in the first place to completely make the atmosphere different during the thick and thin tea. And also the two kinds of matcha itself are very different too. How you make the matcha for the thick and thin tea is completely different. For the thinner tea, we say we whisk the tea. But for the thicker tea, we say that we knead the tea. So the thickness is completely different. So the matcha powder needs to be very, very different too. Yeah, exactly.
Of course, amount and the amount of the powder and the water is also different.
Oh yes, exactly. The water is different too. Yeah, but the matcha powder itself is very different as well.
Yeah.
All right. And on my side, I actually haven't been able to go to my training either. So we both won't be able to go to our training for a while. I actually skipped even my shakuhachi lesson the other day. My fingers. I actually am going to be posting videos very soon about my fingers, and you guys will be able to find out about my situation, all the cures I'm trying out and such. But my situation has been pretty bad recently, to be honest. It's been probably the worst in the past few years. I can't do anything properly. So right now the only lessons I'm going to take is the Yushinkan, which I'm using just a very light wooden sword to practice, and also my no theater training, which I have a very important performance next March. It's an important performance that I have to do to become a licensed professional in no theater, which hopefully I'll be able to get by the time I turn 30 years old. Which is in another 2 years. I've been training for, I don't know how long now, 4 years, maybe even longer. I think it was before Hinata was born. So maybe 5 years now. So in like 7-8 years, I'll be able to obtain the license as a professional too. I mean, the professional license is in Japanese is called shihan. And it doesn't mean like you'll be able to suddenly start earning money from it. It's just like you're in your first stage of a professional license. You can call yourself a professional, but it doesn't mean that you'll suddenly get offers to be on stage or all that kind of stuff. Of course there are there are different ranks within professional. It's like getting a black belt. It's a little bit higher than that, obviously, because it takes 7 years to get a black belt. No one will continue such a martial art. But something like that. So anyways, hopefully I'll be able to get back to my training as soon as possible. I'm trying out a lot of different cures, and it is starting to get a lot better than expected, much sooner.
Looks really painful.
But for now, I am already busy very, very much with I'm going to already start doing some video editing for the new Let's Ask Sensei channel. And I'm going to be launching that in the next January. Only the members and also the people who are listening to my podcast know about that, which I'm very sure are not a big amount of people. So at least I can share with you guys. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I have the Japanese instructor lessons and the homework. And also, of course, people who are coming to the samurai experience of Yushinkan too. So I'll still keep myself busy. Yeah, I can't imagine having all of my training lessons plus all the things I'm doing right now. I don't know how I'll survive next summer, but we'll see how that goes.
Summer, that's right.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to be happening to me. I can't believe what my schedule is going on recently. So. But anyways, I guess it's been 30 minutes now, so it's about time I have to go. I have been constantly moving around since the time we started the Japanese language instructor lessons about 34 hours ago. So my headache is starting to get really bad. I guess I need to take a little bit of rest. But still, I need to do some video editing. But anyways, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. And we'll talk to you again next week, too. Hopefully, well, next week should be still fine. Next week is going to be December 7th. So it's going to be a day when Zen could be born anytime.
7th.
So, yeah, for the 7th. Was it 8th?
I forgot.
7th or 8th around there anyways, right? Zen's kicking you again. Yeah. So around there, so.
I feel, I can feel that Zen is coming down.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully we'll be able to do it. But at some point...
it's from 8th.
From the 8th, right? Yeah, so around next week. The boy wants out. Yeah, he is definitely trying to get out. Yeah, sooner probably. We'll see how that goes. We'll survive. Yeah, we have you guys on our side, so no matter what happens, we'll survive. Yeah. Okay. Then, good night from Japan, Kyoto.
Good night.
Hope you guys have a nice day, or also good night from Japan too. Then. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Tiffany, Penguin, Carissa, Stefan, Meet John. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.